Blue Monday thing all about? Monday, January 19th, supposedly the saddest day of the year. They call it Blue Monday. How much truth do you think there is behind that? I don't know. I think it's a great Monday. Yeah, I'm a few minutes behind this morning, but what the hell? 20 days to the Super Bowl. 20 days. Championship games are set for Sunday. Denver Broncos can host the New England Patriots. Hopefully you got a chance to watch a little bit of football. Hopefully you're excited. You're looking forward to the NFL Conference Championship games that are coming up. Got a chance, maybe, to watch a little bit of football. If you're Logan Luce, you probably watched a whole hell of a lot of football this weekend. We'll see if we can sneak them on. Saturday night's thriller. Oh, my God. What a game. Broncos and the Bills. A lot of thoughts and opinions, feelings about that game. What should have happened? What did happen? What might happen now? Lawsuits flying around. Yeah, amazing. Today is Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And for those of you that have the day off, enjoy. For those of you that are working, like all of our essential workers, public works, local and state road crews, doctors, nurses, hospital staff, EMTs, police, fire, EMS, all you rock stars and heroes, thank you for working. And thanks to some new followers. Aaron in Tunbridge, Scott in Piermont, New Hampshire, and Sky in Waitsfield. Welcome to Aired Out. I hope you're off to a good start. I know the weekend is over. I hope it was a good one for you. Thanks for listening on YouTube this morning, if you are. Thanks to our Facebookers. We have a fresh new start to the week. And, man, it is going to be a cold one. It really is. I've got the forecast here right in front of me, and it's really cold across the entire nation. And it is coming to the Northeast, especially this coming weekend. First, here in Vermont, scattered snow showers today, a few squalls possible late this afternoon, says Channel 5. Highs today only going to be topping out into the 20s. Cloudy for the most part. No major storms on the horizon, just some light snow showers here and there. But we're about 21 right now here in Barrie. Might make it to 26 across much of central Vermont today. Tonight we're down to 11 with clouds. Looks like tomorrow mostly cloudy, snow showers and 16. Wednesday looks, 33, 23 on Wednesday with partly cloudy skies, some snow showers in the afternoon. But the 33 comes on Thursday. Enjoy it while you can, really, by the end of the week, because Friday we're looking at 21 for a high, and then Saturday. Friday night into Saturday, I'm guessing that there's going to be a whole hell of a lot of wind. And I'm no meteorologist, but we're going to go from a high of 21 on Friday to a high of -1 on Saturday. At least that's what they're saying. Sunday, daytime high, 5. And then all of next week, daytime highs only hovering in the mid-teens. Well, we are getting towards the end of January here. Birthdays today, April Farnham, Rob Christian, Brandon Lanphier, Dean Molinari, John Pelkey, DeRose Brooks, Amy Guinard is on the birthday list today. Happy birthday, Amy. Did not forget. Did not. Laura Lee Kuravu and Kendra Milosevic. Hope I'm saying those right. Happy birthday. The queen of country, as I posted up this morning, Dolly Parton, 80 years old today. Governor of Tennessee, celebrating by proclaiming today the official Dolly Parton Day. What an amazing life this woman has led. Born as the fourth of 12 siblings, January 19th, 1946. Locust Ridge, Tennessee, tiny town in the Smoky Mountains. Wrote Jolene and I Will Always Love You on the same day. Didn't know that. I was just doing my Dolly research here this morning. $650 million empire this woman has. Between all the endorsements and the products and the Dollywood and the beauty line and truck stops, hotels, books. She's got the dog toys and dog treats right now. DoggyParton.com. $650 million. 80 years old today. Happy birthday, Dolly. Paul Rodriguez, one of my favorite comedians, 71 today. Katie Seagal, 72. Desi Arnaz Jr., 73. Paula Dean, 79. Lots going on. Lots happening here in Vermont. We got a great week for you. Kevin Ellis is going to be joining me tomorrow morning right here, which I so much look forward to. Great guy. We're going to be talking a whole hell of a lot about football this week, for sure. And I know this is not a sports podcast, but my God, I mean, we have to talk about it, and we will. Community calendar is jammed. Lots of stuff that happened this weekend. Some great stuff in our community. Had the bridal show going on over at the Elks. It was just a great weekend. And I hope you got a chance to get out a little bit. Made some jerky and some sausage with my friend Dwayne. Watched a football game, ate some great food, some wings. Got over to G and Jed's yesterday for the game, and some great food and some incredible and much-needed laughs. Just a great weekend. The legislative session that is happening right now in Montpelier has a lot of people talking. There's a lot of stuff that's being written up in the papers about it. I'm seeing it everywhere on social media. There's a lot of big concern and a lot of big, huge issues here in Vermont to tackle. Has there ever not been? Education reform, opioid use, homelessness, affordability, the cost of health insurance, these are all real big things here in Vermont. The Central Vermont Chamber of Commerce is going to be hosting an invitation-only gathering to connect with Vermont legislative leaders so that you have an opportunity to speak with them face-to-face. And not only that, but also network with business professionals that will be there as well. Where? The Governor's Ballroom, Capitol Plaza Hotel, on Wednesday night, February 4th. It's from 5 to 7. I say invitation only because you got to get on a list through the Chamber of Commerce. Get in touch with the Central Vermont Chamber of Commerce, either on Facebook or just online, and tell them you'd like to be there. Capitol Plaza, Governor's Ballroom, Wednesday, February 4th. A lot of things that we're going to be talking about on that night, and you're going to be hearing me talk about it. Actually, I've been talking about it a ton but you're going to hear more about this because we want you to be there. We want you to be there. I'm going to run down some of the things that are happening in Vermont this morning, some of the things that are happening in our nation, and some of the things happening in this crazy world in which we live in, which if you, unless you've been living under a rock, if you've seen what's happening over the weekend, not much of it's good, if any of it is good. And I know today's Blue Monday, and but whew, just being honest with you, man, there's some heavy stuff going on in the world right now. I want to ask you though. I'm gonna and I've got this up on the page right now. The Facebook question of the day this morning. Really interested to hear what you have to say about this. And Kevin and I are going to be chatting about this tomorrow. Some of your responses. What say you about the possibility that pretty soon Americans might be able to dip into their 401ks to help with the down payment on a new home? This is something you're going to be hearing a lot more about this week, whether or not this is going to fly. Trump administration trying to make it happen. I'm asking you, is this a good plan, do you think, to combat affordability and to help with a housing market push? Or is this possibly going to backfire because supply is not really in line with demand? What do you think? What do you think about this? What is it? 59 and a half, I think, is when we get to dip into the 401k without any penalties. But to get into it sooner for the sake of getting into a home without a penalty might be interesting. What might happen here? Don't know. But I ask you, what say you? What do you think? Do you think this is not going to work out as well as it is being said that it potentially could? I don't know, man. I think there's, I don't know. I have some thoughts on it, but I am more interested on what you have to say. I'm going to show you some of the roads here this morning, and for the most part, they look like they're pretty clear. My drive-in was not bad at all. Did hear some trucks going by with some product that they're dropping, but for the most part, things are moving pretty well on 89. So we show you some shots here. Here's the high spot up in Brookfield. Pictures of Hartford, Brookfield again, Bethel, and of course 89. Right there, exit 10 in Waterbury. So, not bad. There's South Burlington right there. Dry roads. So, just go easy. Be careful. And remember, this is something worth mentioning here. To receive road reports, weather reports, emergency alerts directly, it's a great idea to sign up for Vermont Alert, vtalert.gov, if you haven't already. I get it. Sherilyn gets it. And we're always watching and listening and paying attention to what happens so that we can pass it along to you. But, yeah, it is vtalert.gov. Of course, we're going to talk about football this morning. Yes, of course. Before we do, though, we have a waking up to the news. What do you got? 39 degrees in Fort Pierce. Stacy Holden. It is chilly down there. They had they had a little bit of snow in Georgia, I think, accumulating like an inch. which, if you know, they shut down there. Georgia, Florida. When there's even a flake in the sky, everything shuts down. But 39 degrees, wow. State line, he's saying in the Panhandle is where the snow was. Heard about Georgia, but yeah. Woke up this morning to some sad news about this fire at a home in Swanton this morning. WCAX says there's no word on injuries. Police are asking people to avoid First and Liberty Streets, but horrible fire, structure fire. We've got the video up on Aired Out that was taken by the WCAX team, but God, I hope everybody's all right. Other headlines this morning, we have Vermont State Police investigating the death of a Chittenden Regional Correctional Facility inmate. I'll have the details of that story up there. And then we've got this 20-year-old guy who's facing multiple charges, including attempted murder after shooting another guy, Saturday night in Colchester. Dakota Ward from Enosburg facing charges for attempted second-degree murder, aggravated assault, reckless endangerment, and possession of a weapons charge. Looks like he might be camped out in the big house for a little while. 25-year-old from Milton is recovering from wounds to his face. Walked into police headquarters after being shot in the face. He's at the University of Vermont Medical Center recovering. Incredible. Wow. Stuff that happens over the weekend is just so eye-opening. The national headlines. We've got, and there's so many, and I'll try to put them up on the page so you can see. We have the Army putting 1,500 soldiers on standby for possible deployment. Where? Minnesota. We have NASA astronauts on the Artemis II mission, all moved to the launch pad and ready to go. Apparently got this massive rocket to the launch pad on Saturday. Returning humans to the moon, February 6th, could be the launch if all goes well. February 6th. This is kind of weird. Exciting. I know many of you believe that we never went to the moon. And we're not going to be going on February 6th either. It's going to be all staged. There's so many conspiracies about this. It's amazing. But apparently, this Artemis program is going to be returning humans to the moon since the first time since 1972. Why in the hell has it taken so long? Is it just money? We'll see what happens. Was it the Artemis 1 that shot up there in 2022? An uncrewed trip to the moon. And then we have Artemis 3 that's tentatively scheduled for the summer of 2027. When we're going to be walking around on the surface. Maybe building a little, base camp of sorts. Wonder if they'll have Green Mountain Coffee K-Cups going up there. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. What else is happening? China and Russia collaborating on a nuclear-powered lunar base near the moon's south pole. Okay. Some new stuff going on about ChatGPT. And I'm going to be posting this up for you to read about. It feels like it was just yesterday that so many of us were like, chat what now? And new study that 60% of Americans are using ChatGPT. 60%. OpenAI and ChatGPT is going to be changing in 2026. There's going to be ads. There's going to be new subscription tiers. But there's some changes that are coming. Major changes. If you rely on ChatGPT, here we go, supply and demand. If you rely on it, you might be opening your wallet. And of course, you know, it's not going to cost you a fortune, but everything's going up. Spotify's going up. And, you know, I mean, there's so many big businesses that are really relying on AI, OpenAI, big time. Voice and interface changes. Wow. Personalization changes. I mean, this is kind of weird, man. And I know my kid is going to be finding out about all this stuff probably before I am. But it's coming, and it's coming fast. Let's talk sports. I'm going to see if I can get Logan on here. And I'm guessing that he is probably a little tired, as many football fans are this morning, and maybe even emotionally a little tapped out on this Blue Monday, especially if you're a Bills fan. But the Broncos survived this incredible late Bills push on Saturday night, and I was watching the game with Dwayne and some friends, and we were all screaming. Winning in overtime with a 23-yard field goal. Logan, what say you about that game?
The Rams or the Bills game?
The Bills and Broncos game.
The Bills game was great. The Bills and Broncos game was great. I mean, with Bo Nix injury coming in, though, that's not a really good sign for Denver. Assuming they're trusting their backup, who is some guy named Jared Stidham.
Yeah.
Jared Stidham. Yep.
He's going to start in the conference championship. Yeah.
That'll be interesting to see for sure.
Yes, it will.
Patriots won it. They crushed it. They crushed the Texans. And they're going off to the AFC Championship to face the Broncos.
Yeah.
So that'll be great.
C.J. Stroud capitalizing on 4 interceptions.
It sucks.
Yeah. 16-3. Texans just not bringing the goods. New England,
nope.
They're playing at home, man.
They're destroying it. Seattle crushes the 49ers, though, 41-6.
Yeah. Was that even a football game? That wasn't even a football game.
No, you watched like a massacre. You saw a bloodshed.
Yeah.
I mean, Brock. Hey, I called it too. I said I was really hoping the Seahawks would do it again because we held Brock Bowser to no touchdowns in Week 17, and then we held him to no touchdowns again in the divisional game. So huge run for Seattle. But Seattle and Rams.
Yeah.
Oh, also I gotta say that overtime was crazy, but the Bears had it. I mean, the Bears were looking good except the overtime. They looked terrible in OT.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw OT, but they looked
I
terrible.
I didn't see
They
that late
yeah.
game last night. I know it was a
No.
thriller.
Oh yeah.
I know there
Close
was a
game, but just yeah.
yeah. I know there was a costly interception by Caleb Williams, but
Hmm.
I did not see that. I watched the Pats game.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, but
That's a fair. No, the Pats game was good.
did you stay up to the end of that Bears Rams game?
Yeah, no, I saw the ending. Like I said, I just yeah, it was just offensively the Bears. They were well, like at the end of the fourth quarter, like when they came back and had that massive like when he passed that massive dart, to I think it was Allen. I think it was Keenan Allen. I'm not sure, but I know that he threw that dart to tie the game up 17-17 to send it to overtime, and they looked good. And then I don't know what happened in that overtime. They looked sloppy. They just didn't look like they I would describe as if like they forgot how to play football for a minute.
Yeah.
It just didn't look good. I don't know what happened. Obviously, like you said, costly interception. Um and so yeah, we got a crazy looking AFC and NFC game next Sunday though.
Yeah.
Seahawks Ram divisional championship match. That's going to be intense.
That one's
And then
at
you've got
Seattle, right? That's
yep, Seattle has home field
yeah.
advantage in Lambeau or not Lambeau, sorry, wrong stadium, Lumen Field. My bad.
Yeah.
Um, 12 stadium. We have home field advantage. And then Patriots. Oh no. Denver has home field advantage for the Patriots.
Yeah.
Denver game. I mean, this will be a crazy matchup for sure. Considering, because like it could be any Super Bowl at this point. It could be like it's because if Seattle does win, it's like we could see a Seahawks matchup rematch again in the Super Bowl. We could see Patriots and Seahawks again from 11 years ago. Or if the Rams win, this is the chance for the Rams to get their second championship after beating Cincinnati about 3 years ago
Mm.
for the Super Bowl. So, either way, all these four teams left look great, and it's gonna be one hell of a Super Bowl. I can tell you that much.
Yeah. Bo Nix. First of all,
Injured, yeah,
what a tough guy though, man. How long did he
play
play with a
crazy.
broken ankle? Jesus.
Yeah, he's playing with a broken ankle while also being like he's a second year. He's a second year, is he?
Yeah.
No, he's a second year. Yeah, he's a second year. He was a rookie last year.
Surgery tomorrow for Nix. So.
Well, that was
Wow.
quick considering it just happened. They really wanted to get his surgery done.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know it's good though.
Uh, yeah, what was your favorite game through the weekend though?
For me personally, it was 100% the Seahawks game, just based off of like as being a Seahawks fan. But
Yeah.
I will say though, in terms of not being a Seahawks fan, I definitely can safely say that matchup between the I want to go with the matchup of the Bill. I think the Bills and Broncos game was really tough. It
That
was
was
definitely the
amazing.
heavy hitter. It was definitely the heavy hitter. Did you see Sean McDermott, the Bills head coach, just got fired too? They just fired him.
Yes, and there's a lawsuit that's pending right now. The Bills are suing the NFL, from what I understand, for that controversial play, and I can't remember who it was, whether or not the ball was caught or not. Oh, who was it? Stacy will help me out here. That huge controversial play.
Yeah, no, I sadly didn't see that game, so I can't safely say like
Oh,
what that was. But I will say though, like from what I heard and saw stat wise, it looked intense. It looked good.
yeah, it was. It
Um,
was.
but
Bill,
either way, yeah,
Bills
but
fans
to
not
be
happy
fair,
at all.
yeah. But to be fair, the thing is the Bills have sadly been at this road so many times, so I do feel bad for them as a franchise. Um, but them firing their head coach is definitely like a huge shock because it's like he's brought them to the AFC Championship like they've been to the AFC Championship and have been in the playoffs like for the past 6-7 seasons. And so
Yeah.
I hands down just think that I don't know. I think honestly, like after them firing Sean, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if we see like Josh Allen requesting a trade within the next couple of years.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think. I think right now, I think the Bills looked good when they had Stephon Diggs and they had like an actual team. And right now, they just don't seem to have much going for them offensively. So I'm just hoping because Josh Allen really needs like he needs a wide receiver. He needs someone that's gonna catch the ball for him. That's what he needs.
Yeah.
He needs someone that's reliable for sure. A little bit more reliable.
It was it was painful to see the look on Josh Allen's face.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, well, he's disappointed. I don't blame him. He like, this is the first this is the first opportunity he had where he wasn't gonna have to face the Chiefs. And it was a tough battle. Like, I mean, they it was 30-30, by the like going into the overtime, it was 30-30. So it's like it was just intense, and so for Josh Allen, it's definitely stressful, especially like, losing this late, he didn't
Yeah.
make it this time, so it sucks, but
It was Josh Allen's pass to Brandon Cooks in overtime that
yep.
was wrestled out of the hands of Jaquan McMillan, and officials ruled that McMillan had the ball before Cooks was down by contact. And I don't know, man. It was
Yeah, it definitely sounds like
it was it,
I'll have to
it was played
I'll have
over and
to
over.
take
It should have been reviewed a little bit more. I agree with Stacy here. It seems like the review process on that should have gone on a little bit longer. You know,
100%. No, 100%.
bathroom
I mean,
break for that one. It should have been.
exactly. Exactly. No. I definitely will say, I'll have to take a look at it. I'll have to see the play myself and definitely review it. When I'm live Saturday, I'll definitely review it then.
Yeah. Christian McCaffrey, 49ers, also injured. So
Yep.
that'll be interesting.
I mean,
In
yeah,
that second,
teams.
yeah, the second
Yeah,
half
they.
loss to Seattle.
Oh yeah. Well, it really was it really was a bad start for them even from the get go, considering Seattle was up 17 points to nothing at one point. And they got the field goal to make it 3 points, and then Seattle brought it up to 24-3. Then it just continued, especially specifically from Kenneth Walker, 19 carries, 116 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah,
Absolute ball game for running back Kenneth Walker.
yeah.
So
What about college football? We got Miami and Indiana teams getting ready for the national championships game, semifinal wins
that's
tonight,
tonight. That's tonight. Yep, 7:30.
7:30.
Yeah, I reviewed it last week on my podcast last week. I reviewed it. Yeah, I know Indiana looks crazy. I mean, shoot, it's gonna be a hard fought game for sure for both teams. Both teams look great.
I didn't get a chance to catch the athletics podcast on Saturday morning, but
That's
were you
okay.
able to talk about the uh,
Scandal, yeah, yeah.
yeah, about the
The
scandal?
20. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely talked about it. I talked about the fact that, in a nutshell, it was there. I listed some of the teams that were like, some of the colleges that were a part of it. Like, for example, Tulane was a part of it. Southern Missouri, a couple others. So, they listed the names of the schools, and then they came out with some players' names. You'll have to review it, but uh, I definitely talked about they've at least named already, like publicly, like
Yeah.
5 or 6 college players already so far. So a couple players have already been named. I mean, I stand with the fact that I don't think, because you asked me the question, which I also talked about, was, you know Do you think March Madness will be affected by this? And I still stand behind it. I think no. I think the best thing for the NCAA to do is simply to suspend each of the players that were involved for at least the remainder of the season, if not indefinitely, depending on how how bad on the spectrum they were in terms of participating in this gambling. Um, but yeah, no, I just think that they simply should be suspended, and the schools themselves, unless proven otherwise, they shouldn't. The schools themselves should not be, looked in a bad light unless they were involved. But either way, definitely a crazy situation.
I've heard that this is a permanent tarnish. This is a stain on NCAA ball that will not be able to wash out. That there's skepticism. There's a stigma now that what can we trust? Even if we catch these guys, we penalize them, we set a precedence for others that are thinking about doing something like this. Hey, here's what the penalty is going to be. But how much of this stuff is going on right now under our eyes that we don't even see, we're not even aware of? What can we trust?
I mean, true. Considering a lot of some of these guys that were part of this, like this happened. Some of these guys did this back in like 23, 24. So
Yeah.
Some of these guys have been doing this for 2 years now, and now they're finally being caught. So
yeah, and the NBA stuff with the mob involved. A couple of months ago. I mean, I don't know, man.
yeah, all that was crazy.
I don't know.
Yeah, I know it's hard to say, but I mean, hopefully, like hopefully that cleans up. Like, if not, like you said, it's just gonna become like, I mean, if like, obviously, like if in some cases, like some of these players get straight up like, kicked out of the league. I mean, again, that makes sense too, because you just shouldn't be gambling,
Yeah.
especially sports betting, because like the thing is, these players themselves were being offered roughly like $10,000 to $30,000, give or take, to lose the games.
Yeah.
So then these people who are betting on them, who are paying them, like, so for example, these like rich, these sharks were like paying these players, hey, I'll give you $20,000 to, lose. And then they would lose. And then that person that gave him $20,000 just casually made like $1 million or close to $1 million
Right.
off just that one bet. So it's like, you've got like, like sharks basically making millions off of these players, and these players are being like, hey, I'm being offered 20 grand up front just to lose this game. I'm
Yeah.
going to do it. So it looks promising. So it's sad, but it's really sad. But
and there's a difference between sports betting and flat out fraud and fixing games.
exactly.
We need to make sure that gray area, that we don't cross lines here. I mean, this is, I don't know, man. It has left a bad taste in the mouth of many basketball fans, and pardon the pun here, but I hope we can rebound. I really do.
Yeah.
Especially the NCAA. I don't know,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I still stand behind it. I don't think they're going to stop March Madness over this, but
Yeah.
like you said, it's definitely a big scandal. It's definitely going to be like something that people will remember from probably like 10 years from now,
Yeah.
So it's sad, and it sucks that it has to, especially if it's sad. It's sad. It's more sad because it especially is coming from all these young players.
Yeah.
And it's like a lot of these guys are like 18 to 20 years old, give
Yeah.
or take. And so it's like, they're probably going to lose their opportunity to play ball. And
Yeah.
it's like, they probably, assuming some of these guys have been playing since they were 14 years old, give or take, maybe 15, younger. It's like they've worked their way up to get to this point, and now they're about to lose it all because they wanted to gamble. So
Yeah.
it's sad, but it's
money talks, man. Money
Exactly.
talks, and it's the
Exactly.
root of all evil. So we'll see what happens,
Exactly.
man. But listen,
Exactly,
brother,
$1 bill.
thank you so much for your time, Logan, this
Yes.
morning. Saturday morning,
And
this
you can get-
coming.
Saturday morning, yes. You can catch me on Athletics, the
Beautiful.
Athletics podcast,
Beautiful.
Saturday. It's
10:30.
10:30.
Awesome. Thanks, brother.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Bye-bye.
you. Yeah, man. Logan Luce, right there. This coming Saturday morning, he is going to be so worked up. He's probably going to have popcorn in here. He's probably going to be throwing popcorn kernels around. Who knows with Logan Lewis? He gets so excited, so worked up. Saturday morning, 10:30. He'll be setting a beautiful stage for football this coming Saturday morning. Yeah. World news. I tried to look away from a lot of it this over the weekend. This morning I had to look a little bit of it. Last night, about 7:45, the news out of Spain about this rail crash, this high-speed train collision. 39 people confirmed dead. Efforts to recover the bodies are continuing. The death toll is likely to rise. Some bodies found as far away as several hundred feet from the crash. 7:45 last night, I think, is when I started getting the pings on the phone about that. Horrible news, man. What was it, like almost 300 people on those trains? The news on Trump threatening 8 European countries with 10% tariffs starting in February for opposing U.S. control of Greenland. What say you about this? Got an opinion that you dare to post this morning on that? Things are just so contentious. I mean, God. We have 5,000 people killed in protests across Iran, including roughly 500 security personnel. Human rights groups say they have verified over 3,900 people dead, with potentially thousands more believed to be killed. The unrest is believed to be the deadliest since the country's Islamic Revolution back in 1979. The announcement comes as President Donald Trump appears to have backed down from threats to strike Tehran, though he reiterated calls for regime change on Saturday. Trump cited Iran's alleged decision to refrain from 800 planned executions in his decision to back down. However, the U.S. last week dispatched an aircraft carrier, the USS Abraham Lincoln, which is going to take a couple of days to arrive in the Middle East, but it is on its way. U.S. officials say another decision could come within weeks, maybe less. Iran right now into its 12th day, maybe 13th day of a nationwide internet blackout. The video footage, incredible. Doubting highly that Crowds on Demand is able to get crowds into that area, especially for a few $100. Unreal, man. Before I head out, let's give you a little bit of feel good, because my God, man, I mean, it's like there's just so much. On this Blue Monday, we have a, let's give you something that warms the heart a little bit. And I'll put the link right up for you. We have a couple in Virginia that just had their dream wedding. 7 decades after they tied the knot the first time. 90 and 91 years old. Francis and Harold Puff, I think is their last name. I'll put the story up in the link here. They eloped in their 20s and finally got their real wedding on their 70th anniversary. Walked down the aisle, exchanged rings, said their I do's, all in front of their family and friends. All the things that they never got to do. 70 years is a long time to spend with anybody. And the fact that that they did this is just fantastic. Happened over the weekend. I love it. Love stuff like that. And I'll put the link up and you can share it. Find something good, find something positive to think about. Get out, get involved with your community. Don't just bury your face in your phone and pay attention to what's coming down the pipe on the tube or anywhere. Focus on yourself. And believe me, we're going to have a great week this week. Kevin Ellis tomorrow morning right here. We're going to have some laughs. We're going to have some fun. We're going to talk about what he's doing over at Down Street. We're going to talk about some housing here in Vermont, in central Vermont. Some good things, some positive things. It's going to be a good show. Of course, Wednesday, Sweethearts and Heroes. Thursday, we got Rex. Friday, we got G. It's going to be a good week. All right. Thanks for liking and following the page. I'm going to be keeping a close eye on this cold snap coming. We'll give you as much details as we can and some public safety information too. Don't forget to comment, to share any episode that you enjoy. We're always live. We're always local. We're always real, raw, relevant, and relatable. Make sure you check us out on the web. airedout.vt.com. Thanks to our presenting sponsors and our supporting sponsors, and thanks to you, our followers, for watching, listening on the go. Be good. Take good care. God bless. We'll catch you tomorrow morning here on Aired Out.